Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. I'm calling it my little handbag box because it kind of looks a little bit like a clutch bag and I thought it was really sweet. Now, it does not need any glue to close because it opens like that. How cool is that? And yes, this is done for a reason so that you get a nicer finish there. But that is where you would put your treats, in that bit. Fold it up, fold it round, and bring back in your ribbon again, which I'm never going to tie again, so you know, that's not going to happen. But that's what you would do. You'd bring it back in. Oh, look, I went around twice, but we'll close it up like that. Isn't that lovely? I think that is so cute. I think it's charming. So I'm going to show you how to make it. Now, this was done using Pool Party and the, can't remember the paper, Whole Lot of Lovely. I'm going for powder pink this time and the different pattern paper, just gorgeous. So your cardstock needs to measure 8 by 11 inches. So it's my 11 and my 8. So if you're working in metric, you want to make yours 20 by 28 centimetres. You also need a piece of designer series paper that when you first start with it, before you start trimming it down to a point, that needs to measure 5 3/4 inches wide. Ooh, that's just, we'll call that 5 3/4 because it's a hair of a width under. 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, which in metric is 7 by 14.5. Okay, so we're going to come back to that shortly with the trimmer to get it into shape. But your cardstock on the long side, where's my scoring tool? No, that's 2 paper piercers. There it is. On the long side, score it at 3, 4, 7 and 8 inches, which in metric is 7.5, 10, 17.5, 20, and then turn it round and score it at 1 and 7, which in metric is 2.5 and 17.5. Okay. Oh, I completely forgot. You need to make a mark at the top, doesn't matter which one, at the 1 inch mark. Okay. And then over here, you need to mark it at 10 inches. So you can put a diagonal in, turn the paper over and mark it again at 10. So you've got the same amount either side because that's where we're going to score. And in metric, what's that going to be? 10 inches is going to be 25 centimetres. Okay, so grab your steel ruler and join up from there to there. And from there to there. So we've got those score lines in, and that is what's actually creating that part. So come along and burnish your score lines. What's my bone folder? Why has everything gone missing on my desk? It's because I keep putting stuff down on top of it. So burnish your score lines. Come back to those diagonal lines in a minute. Work on just the straight ones for now. The box when it's finished is 3 by 6 inches by 1 inch deep, which in metric is 7.5 by 15 by 2.5 centimetres. Pretty good size, huh? Okay, then this diagonal line, just be quite gentle with it, particularly at the tip. And press that down. And there. And then you will need to come in here and fold because there isn't a crease point there, but we're going to put one in. So you can see there's a crease there, but not on the straight. Okay, so you can see how it's all beginning to come together. Really rather lovely. What you do need to remove some bits, and that's actually these 4 squares, so just get rid of them completely. Don't need them at all. I did consider leaving them in and gluing them as I would normally do with a box, but when I glued it, it actually meant I couldn't open that bit. I wanted to, so I got rid of them. And I thought, it's an open box, I like that. And for my lovely Jessie, who always likes it when I make a box with glue not required, this one's for you. I have to say, I kind of like a box that doesn't need glue. Just more well, it's not more fun, it's just fun to make a box that holds itself together and doesn't need glue. In this case, yes, it does need ribbon to hold it shut, but it's okay. Right, so you can see that I've got this in place now, and I obviously want to get my DSP on. So that is going to sit at that point, but I need to make it shorter. So grabbing a pen or something that can be seen, mark it. That really can't be seen at all, because I'm putting black on black. I probably should have done chalk or something. Got my chalk pen here. So you want roughly the same gap. So you can see the gap that I've got here. It's an eyeballing thing. I've lost the lid, there we go. Okay. And then fold it. It sounds so complicated, it's not. Just to get your point there. And when you come and cut down, because we're going to come back in with the trimmer, from, if I put that chalk mark in, this chalk mark to that chalk mark, and this is why we like our trimmer, and from that chalk mark to that one, that should now fit on there absolutely perfectly. Ta-da! Although I seem to have got a bit of chalk on there. So, glue on here. And onto my box lid. You do need to glue these parts down. And be quite firm with them when you're getting them in place. And now all you need to do is close it all up, just like that. So I'm going to bring in the powder pink shimmer ribbon because I love it. I just think it's beautiful. Get my hands tangled here behind the scenes. Too much ribbon there. Got too much ribbon and I've confused myself. There we go. And the ribbon is what's keeping everything closed. A wibbly ribbon, but it's a ribbon. It's keeping it all closed. And actually, I think that is rather swish. I'll make sure the photos are different, ready for... or the ribbon's different really for the photos. Although actually, to be fair, I quite like it like that too. So there's no movement. It can't get smaller. It can't crush or anything like that, despite the fact that we've taken out these little tabs. Do you know what? I do like that with that just one way round. I'm going to leave that one like that. Anyway, I hope you like it too. Aren't they lovely? Nice gift. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.